my project, Guns and Gallows Gaming Database. Essentially, this is a database for a meetup group called Guns and Gallows, and they meet often. They do D&D and gaming, which is like RPG games. The options for this meetup is for members to participate in games using characters. Um, and Basically, the mission for this database is to account for members, account for games, management member information like names, email addresses, member roles, um, um, assign members to quests, account for scores, keep track of member characters, keep track of popularity for certain quest types, character class types, and race types. Um, Generate reports for scores, member participation, attendance. So it can keep track of the kind of uh, the type of like combination of classes and races that people are using to form their characters, what's popular, um, and also just keep track of which character is assigned to what game, what person is assigned to what character, and things like of that nature. I have certain business rules. The business rules will be shown in some of my queries later on. Specifically, a member can only be one individual, and each member can be assigned to many games. Um, and Those two in particular with the queries you'll be able to see. Okay, so conceptual design. So I changed up my conceptual design a bit from the original. Um, Basically, I decided to add bridge tables to both, to join both game character member and also join race, class, and character. Um, I did this because basically it would allow you to create combinations of all those three things with those different, because each meetup group, each meetup, there'll be combinations of all of these things together, specifically member, game, character, which would establish um, basically one quest. So it's assigning all those things together, and with the same thing with character, class, and race. Each character can only have one race type and one class type. And so also with this, each game is going to have different characters, but the game is not going to have the same. Um, the game is not going to include several of the same member, or I mean, several of the same game, or several of the same member. So yeah, and so here we have the restraints for integers and strings added. Essentially, um, so the IDs, of course, being integers, and they're also auto incremented. And then the other values are strings, and there's also for hit die is integer, and yeah, so that's the logical design. Um, so I'll perform my queries now. query. Okay, query number 1. This selects all the members playing the game with the game ID 2. The tree to Elven Paradise. This is a 3-table query. This is my SQL. It's already up. So here we can see that these are all the members that are associated with the game with the ID number 2. There's Arcab and Medius are both members playing that game. And that's what comes up for that query. Query 2, we have is online. It uses the same ID as query 1, but this time it will allow users to search for the games they are playing through them entering their game ID. Also a 3-table query. And this is what it looks like through coding. So it joins game, game member, and member game character. So, well, actually, I think this would be essentially this would be really a 2-table query because it's member, game character, and game. Even though, yeah. Anyways, so this has. I will go online to show the results for this. So that would be find the games you're playing. So you could say, we'll type in 1, and these are the games that are being played by member 1, which I believe is member 1 is our cop. So that's how that functions. And then second is I made it to select all the classes and races so they can be viewed. And this is the outcome online, but also I used it in MySQL. So these are all the classes and the races. And query 4 selects all members. So there's one instance of every member here. And selects the character name, member first name, and last name based on member ID. And that's found over here. There's the character name, last name, first name. Say enter join. And so those are all the queries. Remember in the mission and the business rules, we show that a member has one ID, so it can only be one individual. And I was showing how each member can be assigned to many different games with the query where you insert your ID number and you're able to generate all the games associated with that member. So those are examples of that. So my web page interface here, I have share game, which allows you to insert a game type. I'm going to use Arthur and the Invincibles. Arthur and the Invincibles. And the location would be Grandma's Garden. Difficulty level would be easy. So that's weird. I just did it. Hold on. I understand the error. I wasn't supposed to use a comma there. Not comma, but I wasn't supposed to use this right here. Submit. So the new record created successfully. You can see the difference. Apostrophe. It's not supposed to be used. Okay. So that data that a record was created. Then sign up would be for members to sign up. Would be Gigi Hadid. She, her, email dhadid at gmail.com. Address 101 New York, possibly. Phone number 202-345-222. That's new record created successfully. And we did find the games you're playing. Number 1. Those are the games they're playing. Class and race options. That's that query that will get all the class and all the classes and races. That's that. And so yeah, that's my database.